It's Dawn Day again. Now, I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to make a ton of mistakes in these videos. And simply, I don't have the time. This is not a money-making project for me. It's a passion project. So I don't have the time to go back and edit every little thing out. You're just going to get me raw, okay? This is who I am and this is what I do. I don't necessarily speak the most eloquently, and I do my best to try to get my point across. So, I spoke in earlier videos about how, as rodeo ambassadors, we can get our kids to promote the sport of rodeo. And here's one suggestion. Even as junior high kids and as high school kids, we need to be keeping track of what we do in each association. Because let's be honest, there is not a database out there of rodeo kids. Now, once you get into junior high rodeos, I know they keep the statistics, and they keep the statistics in high school rodeo, and that's great. But we all know, as rodeo families, we go in 500 different directions. So we have got to learn how to keep these statistics ourselves. And the best way to do that is to get pictures from each rodeo. One picture from the photographer, again, going back to supporting the people that support us. Buy one picture from the photographer that weekend and post it on a Facebook page. Now, I'm not talking about your personal Facebook page here. And I know this subject is going to make some parents queasy, okay? But you need to start developing a Facebook page for your rodeo athlete. Now, some of these moms and dads that have 2 or 3 kids are thinking, oh my gosh, okay? I'm talking junior high or higher. That's when you need to support your child. If the kids are still involved and you still feel like they're going to go to the next level in high school and junior high, and you're going to be looking for sponsors one day because your child's good and they need to be, support and recognize the sport of rodeo, then that's what you need to be focusing on. Even if our children are not going to excel, though, by having them think they're sponsors, that builds character. But I'm talking about taking it to the next level to market your rodeo child to where different companies might be one day interested. Even if you think maybe we'll be interested one day, or my child's going to be really, really good, and this is something we need to consider. You need to set up a business page, an athlete page for your child. Now you think, oh, my child is so little and I don't want to promote them out there because they're little. Well, I understand that, and you can keep your information to a minimum on there. But you need to be posting the pictures and then the events and promoting the sponsors through that athlete page. And then you need to be posting how they did that weekend. Okay? So let's be honest. Excuse me, I've got stuff popping up on my screen here. So let's be honest. You're not going to remember this next month. You're not going to remember this next year. When it comes time to start putting this stuff together and saying, my child has done really good, and he did good last year. Yeah, he did good. Do you remember? No. Some parents are a little better than others about keeping track of these things, but I know I am not. So when my kids get up there, and they're not yet, they're still in elementary school, but they will be, and this is what I will be doing for them. I will be setting up a Facebook page for them. We are already gearing toward it. Setting up a Facebook page for them, listing them as an athlete, okay? And then taking a picture from that rodeo and thanking the sponsors. That's the first step. The first step is thanking the sponsors to the rodeo and tagging them to the athlete page, okay? You can do this on your personal page if you don't want to take the next step. Now, this Facebook is one thing, okay? And I understand there's a million of them out there. There's Twitter. Okay, I'm talking about just having a hub. Now, if your parents are a little bit more computer literate, if you guys are more computer literate, then set up a website. Get your name now, because I know some different rodeos. I know some different rodeo athletes that have regretted that, not buying their name, their domain name. And you're thinking, that sounds expensive. It's not. It's $10 a year to buy the name. So you can own your name. DawnDeCordova.com goes to a place where some of these videos are posted. And it goes to places where I put my rodeo photography and things like that. And it cost me, like I said, $9.99 a year, I think, for GoDaddy. If you want their advertisements on your site, you can do your hosting through them. There's other places to do hosting. There's a million places out there now to buy websites. And I strongly suggest, because I know some PRCA and some PBR bull riders that have wished in the past that they had bought their own name website because other people jumped on it once they got famous. And it was before the internet place, the internet phases. And now they're going back trying to get their names bought, and they're not cheap. because people make a living out of buying website names and selling it to the people that actually should have those websites. You think there's someone out there that's going to protect your rights because that's your name? They're not. Matter of fact, there's people that make a living buying websites out of speculation. So buy your website early for your child. Okay? If you want to start posting these pictures and then sharing them on Facebook, that's fine. Even if you don't do anything with that website, it's still sitting there one day for maybe the day that you want to start posting things of the rodeo to that page. Now, Facebook makes it easy, so that's why I say Facebook. And that seems to be where everyone posts their events and everyone posts where they go. So think about it. But I really think if you want your child to be considered as somebody that's sponsor worthy, you're gonna have to take the next step. There's too many kids out there looking for that next level. There's too many people out there wanting to think and start asking people to look at their child and take them seriously. So we got to take them seriously too. We got to start treating this like a business. Junior rodeos are fun, and these kids take it for granted that the money's going to be there and always make them go. But let's be honest, $5,000 a horse, and that's little, and $10,000 for the truck and trailer, and that's at the minimum. You know, this place gets expensive. So start treating your kids like athletes that they are and start expecting them to represent the sport as rodeo ambassadors. Thanks.